I've always said there is no honor among thieves. And in today's video, I'm not gonna say I was scammed. I'm not even gonna say I was lied to. I will, however, say that the fact that this car overheats instantaneously was absolutely omitted in the online description when I bought this Ferrari sight unseen. Funny, somebody wrote a line and you know what? They got one over on me. What is today's video gonna cost me? This car overheats, it's undrivable. It is going to cost me a lot of money and 3 months worth of my time. What's going on with this car? You're gonna find out with me, and hopefully there's some recourse because somebody tried to get something by me, and I'm hoping they help me out a little bit. Let's find out in today's video. And as Joe Cocker says, let's find a little help from our friends. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of flipping $400 into a Ferrari. Let's get going. So this Ferrari showed up and within minutes started overheating and pouring coolant all over the street. Steaming, whizzing, like the noise, that's what I was trying to say, like the noise was whizzing, wild. I bought this car at an auction online, red light. Red light meaning as is. Now if I bought it at a brick and mortar auction house, red light is just too bad, your problem. But at a brick and mortar, I get to do the inspection. I get to see it run through. When you buy at an auction online, you have to rely on an inspector to do your inspection. You have to rely on what they tell you about the vehicle. So if it's overheating, someone needs to know that it's overheating. That way I know I'm buying an overheating Ferrari. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bid on it. Now I'm gonna call arbitration and find out if there is any recourse. Now, legally, they'll just say, sold red light, it's as is, sorry, too bad. But the idea that they didn't announce that a Ferrari pours coolant and cannot be driven is a really big deal. So let's see how it's handled. I just got a message from you guys saying all calls are recorded. My system does the same thing. I just got a call from you guys that I missed, probably about an arbitration I tried to set up.
Yeah, we sent you an email as well. I'm not sure if you got that.
Oh, I haven't opened it yet.
So yeah, on that. Okay, yeah. There's more details in the email as far as procedure, policy, all that. But unfortunately, with red light vehicles, they're sold as is. And there's certain things you can arbitrate for, but unfortunately mechanical concerns, including the engine and transmission, would not be one of them.
Yeah, so I do know what red light is. I've been doing this for a long time. If I was in a brick and mortar auction, I could inspect this vehicle. But going through you guys, I'm relying on your word to tell me it doesn't overheat or that it runs or anything. If it's overheating, you don't have to announce that? Shouldn't that be an inspection? What's the point of an inspection at all?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to do what they can in terms of when they're on site with what they can see, hear, and feel. But, unless there's something obvious that's in the condition report, or if there's something that was taken out of the vehicle, for instance, or damaged between now and the condition report, that's something we'd be able to follow up on red light vehicles. But
yeah.
If it's simply an engine overheating or an issue with the engine or transmission.
Oh, don't say simply, because it's a Ferrari that's overheating, so it's definitely not simply. I bought this.
Right.
No, I know that it's red light, but you guys do red light because of age too. So I bought it knowing it's red light because of the age.
This is because of the age, because it's over 20 years.
Yeah, whether it's red light or green light.
I mean, they wouldn't be disclosing everything. They're not mechanics. They're not going to be able to diagnose, mechanical issues.
Yeah, I mean, my son saw the needle. My son saw it smoking. He's 14. Saw it smoking out the engine and coolant all over the ground. So it doesn't take a mechanic. It happened within minutes.
I get it. What I'll do is I'll notify your local team to have them take a look at this one, but I wish I could help you. I did double check before we reached out to you, but they did say that, the red light means red light. We wouldn't be able to deviate from that. Okay.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, no problem.
That's awesome, really promising. So I'm out of luck, it is what it is. I bought it red light, I was hoping someone would take care of it, purchased it thinking I was getting what I was buying. Now next time I know. Now it's up to me to get this thing fixed. So I have a friend up the road that works on high-end cars. I'm gonna get it to him, have him fix the overheating issue. While it's in there, we'll do timing belt, water pump, everything. We'll just get this thing serviced so it's an easier sail down the road. Welcome to the next segment of our flipping a Ferrari into a Lamborghini. We're gonna buy a car, which we've already done. I purchased a Ferrari for $30,000 less than I sold my other Ferrari for. I'm gonna sell that one, work up to a Lamborghini Urus is what I really want. That thing overheats tremendously and rapidly, like almost instantaneously. So I have a friend over here at Abaco Automotive, and he's gonna tell me what's wrong, and I'm gonna cross my fingers and pray it's not catastrophic. We have an Audi R8, we have an Aston Martin. Is that a GT3 RS? I mean, it looks like it is a GT3 RS. And a Bronco in there. It looks like we're at the right place. Let's drop it off and see what they tell me. I hope it's not just the worst news. What a beautiful car. I don't even like yellow, and I love yellow. This really grew on me. It's just like, this car is 22 years old, and it is this beautiful. So the top, it says the top is up. Let's make sure it's not. So we're gonna pull this up, put it in reverse, and back up. I have a Corvette E-Ray, love it. Love it, my most favorite car. Performs better than this, looks better than this, handles better than this, has better tech, more reliable. It isn't this though. It isn't a Ferrari. Ferrari. Who's laughing now when I joined that Ferrari club? Contacts I'm gonna meet, spending $58,000, gonna be well worth it. So going from what I thought was a nice Ferrari, my red Ferrari, to actually having a nice Ferrari of the same car, I'm starting to realize, like the one I had, I started to notice all the things that go wrong. So I essentially learned what goes wrong on these cars. Yes, it didn't overheat, but we had clutch problems. We had, like, this doesn't have sticky buttons, that didn't have sticky buttons. The leather is in better shape, the top is in better shape, it closes easier. The PPF isn't all cracked and faded down the sides. I learned about the heat exchangers, I learned about the door locks. So I've already had one that I learned from, and this is now, like, heat exchangers are a common thing on Ferraris. We're gonna see how much it costs. If that's what it is, we'll probably end up doing the water pump and heat exchangers. And then just for resale purposes, we'll do the timing belt and all the other services that need to be done. And before that, we find out how much this bill is actually gonna cost me. So I show up with a Ferrari, which to me sounds pretty amazing. And then here's these things. So Aston Martin Vantage. Is this a Vantage? Doesn't say. DB9, okay. We have a V10 R8. This GT3 RS gets a lot of credit from a lot of people, but not enough credit from a lot of people. This is a legit buy it, put it on the track race car that is street legal with the roll bars and everything.
So my name is Ethan Branco. Me and my partner own the shop here at Abaco Automotive. We've been in business for about 4.5 years. We specialize in Europeans, exotics, classics, and specialty vehicles. Right here we have Craig of Flying Wheels 360 doing a few services to it. Time belt service. We had a coolant leak that was causing the vehicle to overheat. Annual service and spark plugs are getting done in this visit today. We have another Ferrari over here that we are doing a major service, time belt and cam seals on as well. And so that's a little bit about some things we have going on in the shop today. The RS behind you is getting coilover kit, amongst some other things. So right here, this was causing the coolant leak that was leading to the overheat situation. As you can see, this coolant hose has a huge tear in it right here. It was routed incorrectly, making contact with the AC compressor. So over time, that sliced through, resulting in the massive coolant leak, which led to the overheating. So we're taking care of that for him as well on this trip. So as you can see right here, we have the access panel and also the interior, part of the interior removed from this. This access panel gives you access to the V-belts as well as the time belts meant to remove the access panel and coolant hoses. So Saturday we were here and we installed the new timing belts as well as the time belt tensioner rollers. That's ready to go. Reassembly is going to be starting this afternoon as well as repairing the coolant leak. Time belt service typically for Ferraris on the 360s, 550s, that generation, 3 years, 30,000 miles. 3 years seems pretty premature for a time belt in most cases, but you have to be aware these cars are designed to be track ready at all times, and that's one of the reasons why they have such a short life serviceable in the time belts. Try to lift it up, go underneath. So as we come underneath, this car was pretty clean to start. He's got some, like I said, we addressed all the major issues. The coolant hose we have in question, as I mentioned, was routed incorrectly and was making contact with the AC compressor right up here. So as this was spinning, it was slowly slicing through the belt over time until it eventually wore through, leading the hose to leak. So the AC compressor right here, and the hose is routed right on top of it, making contact with it. All right, so overall it's in good shape. There's a few other components like suspension control arm bushings and whatnot that are showing some wear. We'll have to see what happens as he drives it and see if those need attention down the road. For now, we're gonna get this thing running good and get him driving it and see how it goes. Thing and pipes that run to the front for cooling. You got radiators, power steering cooler, everything's all at the front. So the hoses all run to the front of the car for cooling. They all run all the way back to the engine, supply the cold coolant, oil, power steering fluid back to the components that need it. Very unique. As you can see, we are a small shop. That's our biggest constraint, is our space. We're insanely busy. I'm grateful for all of our clients, how busy we are, but space is what we're working on, our next problem to solve. Here we have a 550 Maranello we've been servicing since we opened up the shop, and it is due for its major service, which was time belts, and this one, the valve covers and cam seals were leaking, so we went a little deeper, removed the cams, replaced the cam seals. The valve cover gaskets will be getting replaced, as well as the intake gaskets. So as you can see, we have the new time belts installed on here, which we also did on Saturday, and we're going to carry on with the rest of the service. Hopefully have this buttoned up in a few days. Not very often you get to see the inside of a V12 Ferrari. It's pretty cool and exciting stuff.
Ferrari's in the garage, and here I have a little bit of a surprise that I don't know that anybody knows anything about yet. We need to go wash the trailer. We had a hurricane. Water came up pretty high. Luckily didn't come into this trailer, because in just a second I'm going to show you what's in this trailer. Also, remote is dead, so I can't get in my truck from just unlocking it, which isn't such a big deal because I can hit this button, get my key out. Problem is, which is disgusting, it's all water on this side. I don't want to step in that, so I'm going to have to climb over this. Look at all the bugs in there. Tadpoles or something. Ah, this roof is so hot, burning my hands. All right, go for it slowly. Just put it in reverse. Put a little bit of gas and you're good. Yeah, keep going. Stop. Perfect, go right back. Perfect, thank you. Because learning young.
Over 1 month later.
Well, it's been about a month on my Ferrari 360, and I want an update, and I want to give you guys an update. So luckily, the timing belt water pump, all the services have been done already. But just as he pulled it out, one of the heater hoses had burst. Fixed it, second heater hose burst, so we're replacing all the heater hoses. Problem is, the parts have to be ordered from Italy. So while we're waiting, the car is resting peacefully at Prestige Creations, which I didn't realize looks pretty interesting. So just look at these Brabus wheels right here, and the Maybach. And then looking in this window right here is an older Lamborghini. So I feel like we're in store for something pretty cool. I didn't even realize that. So, Craig Flying Wheels.
Hey, pleasure, thank you for coming, appreciate it.
This is, my name's
George.
George from Prestige Creations, and he said I should turn my camera on for this.
Yes, come on in.
So let's see what we're in store for.
Here we have our mixing room.
So you're an in-house paint shop too?
Huh? No.
No?
No, just
I don't know what I'm in for, so it's all new to me.
body shop, complete
Okay.
body shop.
Yeah.
We do a lot of restoration. We do a lot of modifications, you name it. Water base from the factory. This is what's on the Ferraris and on the Lamborghinis from the factory.
Mhm.
So we use the same paint. It's in bottle base. It's PPT and barrel base.
Wow. What do we have here?
So that's a race car. So this comes like that from the factory. Check inside. How about quick? That's how they come from the factory.
You can buy this car from Porsche like this?
Yeah. Exactly like that. It's illegal. So it's only allowed to,
Right.
only allowed to race on.
Manufactured in Germany, shipped over like this?
Yeah.
I'm actually curious, all this stuff, all these things that catch my eye, and then Expedition. What are you doing with the Expedition?
So the Expedition was actually one of our high caliber clients. One of their persons that worked with them got into the. We had a storm like a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the tornado cars.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this was one of the tornado cars that it's a brand new 2024 Expedition.
Wow.
Got almost totaled by the storm.
It's only a few weeks ago. You guys brought it back to life pretty quickly.
Same thing. This is another one. I'm gonna tell you something. This is only 50 made. That's a Porsche Cup car. That's how
Porsche
they
cop
call
car.
cop car. And that's how they come back in the days, ready for racing. Ready.
It looks. What year is it?
That's 89.
Oh, okay.
That's a little old on the old side, but it's still only made 50. So that make it
The
really
shifter
rare.
threw me off, and so did
Yeah,
the
look at
dash.
that.
It just doesn't look.
Yeah, rather than 720.
And then your Diablo
Diablo.
720 and C8. Yeah.
That's a 328 BMW. It was rear-ended, so now we put
Oh,
on the
okay.
jig, and that we can measure and hopefully fix it.
Is that a Ghost?
It's a Ghost.
Yeah.
No, Phantom.
Phantom. Okay. As far as I know, aside from overheating still, it's completely serviced. I like that they covered my seats. I like that it's not sitting out in the rain. I like this car a lot. And then you can see the panels down to get to the engine. So this isn't an engine out car. The 355 was, the 360, not engine out. You don't have to drop the engine. You can access everything from right behind the seat, so you can service it while the engine is in the vehicle. Saves a lot of money on service. I haven't seen this in almost a month, so it's really nice to see it again. Well, it's been 2 months that this car has been out of my garage. 2 months that it tied up $60,000 because parts had to be ordered from Italy and blah, blah, blah. In the next video, we're gonna get this thing to the shop. You're gonna see what happened to this car. Why do I have a $5,000 repair bill? And also, what happened right here to my perfect Ferrari? This car, although I love it, want to love it, I think it's cursed. This is really, really bumming me out on a car that was near perfect. Part 3 to this video, which will be coming up, I'll explain a lot of what happened to this car, why it took 2 months, why the bill was so high. Happened that bumper right there. This video was informative, educational, entertaining. Thumbs ups are appreciated because they help boost the algorithm for us. Cheap Ferrari comes with expensive Ferrari problems. You should have known better. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.